You see, this is why I like hip hop. Even the interviews is more than what the WWE can provide.
Roll down my window pane. Tell me who you are. Notice we're not the same, but I need you.
As you might have seen on many of the blogs and YouTube channels, that there was an altercation or a potential altercation between Joe Budden and the Migos when the Everyday Struggle team with DJ Academics and Nadeska interviewed the Migos. And in this interview, you can see a really funny bit where DJ Academics just could not understand what one of the members of the Migos said. And Joe Budden, you can see, is just actively irritated at this point. And he's like, hey, let's hurry up, let's finish this interview. So he drops the mic and he walks off camera. And then you see the Migos, aka what people are calling the Powerpuff Girls, stand up and then try to have an altercation with Joe Budden. Now, this is the second interview this year where things just went left very, very quickly. The first one, as everyone might know, is Birdman's interview with the Breakfast Club early. I believe it was in maybe February or March of this year. And then you have this interview, which went viral. And this is one of the interesting things about hip hop of today, right now, because it seems as though the interviews themselves are now becoming a part of the hip hop lexicon where anything could go wrong, and the saying is anything can go left in hip hop, and this is one of the examples of it. Now, to give you a little bit backstory of why this even happened in this interview is because earlier that day, Joe Budden came into contact with someone who worked for quality control management. Now, this management team happens to manage Lil Yachty and the Migos. Now, if you remember, in Everyday Struggle, there was an interview with Lil Yachty where Joe Budden was grilling Lil Yachty on his business dealings and why he didn't know if he was in a 360 deal. Now, this comes to haunt Joe Budden because, unaware to him, the Migos is also with that same management team. So supposedly before the interview aired, Joe Budden, dapped up two members of the Migos and left Quavo wasn't giving him no love. So this is why in the beginning of the interview you can see that there's tension already rising. Now, some would say that the Migos and Joe Budden were both disrespectful to each other. One, because the Migos in its entirety didn't show love to Joe Budden when they entered his forum, and Joe Budden for dropping the mic and walking off during the middle of an interview, showing his frustrations with the Migos. To me, this is just entertainment. That's what it is. When you boil it down to its very essence, it's entertainment. With both parties, Everyday Struggle Team and the Migos, they both benefited from this conflict, which is very interesting in hip-hop because hip-hop in itself is of competition, is of conflict. And although this conflict turned out to be beneficial for both parties because there was a huge bump on the Everyday Struggle. I mean, it went from about 200,000 views to 800,000 views. And of course, the Migos is probably seeing a couple more dollars in their bank account due to this. It goes to show you that hip-hop's interviews are becoming almost synonymous with the hip-hop acts themselves. And they themselves are creating entertaining aspects and views of hip-hop that the normal viewer don't see every day. So let me know what you guys thought about it. I honestly thought it was funny. I thought it was entertaining. It helped both parties out in the end. And I don't think anything's gonna come of it, but you never know with hip hop. It's a crazy beast for sure. Let me know what you think about it. This is Breeze, the hip hop guy. I'm out.